All right, next unit, order of operations. Now, I know you've done this a bunch of times before. However, I want to go back through this with you, just making sure we're all on the same page. And you've kind of seen this, but I write it a little bit differently than normal. P, parentheses. I probably just spelled that wrong. Sorry. E, exponents. Okay. MD. So normally you see it spelled straight up, PEMDAS. Right now I'm spelling it like this because multiplication and division we're going to do from left to right. Okay, sorry. Yay. So multiplication and division we do from left to right. So if there's multiplication and division in a problem, whichever one comes first when we're going from left to right, then that's what we're going to do. Adding and subtracting. Same exact thing, left to right. So if there's a subtracting problem before an addition problem, we're going to do that first. All right. Also, guys, when all else fails, type it into the calculator. Okay, type it into the calculator exactly like you see it. Use the parentheses exactly like you see it. Make sure it's one of those scientific calculators that you can see everything you type in. Desmos works well, or if you have the TI-30XS, that works well. Type it in so you can see the entire thing. Now, let's say that this is our problem. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff going on right here, and I'll walk you through this entire thing. Right here, it says parentheses first. Well, I have two different sets of parentheses. Let's simplify that. So the -3 is chilling on the outside. 3 minus 1, 2. You can leave it inside parentheses if you want to. Divided by, I didn't deal with that. 2 plus 4, which makes 6. Okay? Now, I've done all the parentheses. Now I'm down to exponents. This is my exponents. So I do that piece. So this is 4 divided by 6. All right? So now we type 4 divided by 6 into our calculator. Depending on what you're dealing with, it's probably going to give you a fraction, maybe 2/3. If not, it'll give you 0.6 repeating. But that's 2/3. Okay, then we multiply it out. You end up with -2. All right, most of the time you're not going to be dealing with a fraction right here, but sometimes you might. So parentheses first, exponents. There was not any, I still had to deal with the brackets. That's my, I guess that is my parentheses at these points. So if there's multiple sets of parentheses going on, you use the brackets. And then I do the brackets, and then once I got through with the brackets, I could do the multiplication. Okay? Let's look at another one that might kind of confuse you. All right, a lot going on in this problem. But let's go through PEMDAS. Parentheses, no parentheses. So I'm done with P. E, exponents. There's an exponent right here, so I'm going to redo it. 4. And then I'm just going to rewrite everything else. When I walk around, I should see you doing this. I shouldn't see you trying to do everything in your head. Write it out on the sheet of paper, okay? Now, I've done exponents. Multiplication and division from left to right. Well, there's a division sign there. There's a multiplication sign there. There's an addition sign there. I'm just going to ignore the addition for a second. That's not on my radar screen yet. I have to do multiplication and division first. But I'd go it from left to right. So that means I need to do this piece first. 4 divided by 4, 1. Keep the plus. 3 times 5, 15. Okay? Now, once I have all those pieces, add it together, you get 16. That's your final answer. So, order of operations, make sure that multiplication and division go from left to right. Don't let that confuse you. If there's 2 different sets of parentheses, then we're going to end up using brackets. All right? Go for it.